Hi, and welcome to Lesson 4 of our virtual Code Club classes. This week, we will be learning how to use a variable, which is a key concept in coding. We're going to return to the game that we coded last week. We noted last week that when we moved Doug the diver and he collided with the shark, nothing happened. When the two sprites collide, the game should be over. So what we will do is use an if and then statement to make a decision as to what will happen when there's a collision between the two sprites. Programmers use conditional statements such as if and then. When Scratch reaches an if and then block, it runs the block inside the if and then statement only if the statement is true. We're going to drag a yellow if and then block onto a blank part of the script. It's going to be under the control section. And we have Sam selected. Make sure you check that part. Now we're going to add a pale blue sensing block to the top of the if and then block. So we'll have, if our shark is touching the mouse pointer, then blank will happen. Well, we'll go back to the control, and what we want is to stop the game. So if the shark is touching the mouse pointer and Doug is the mouse pointer, we want the game to stop. The next part of the game that we need to code is to have Doug collect starfish. So we're going to click on our starfish sprite and start with the event when the green flag is clicked. From there, we will do a loop, which will say forever, and we will slide that over, and it'll keep repeating forever. We will then put an if and then statement in the forever box, so it will continuously repeat. If our starfish Pinky is touching our mouse pointer, which is Doug, what do we want to happen? We want Pinky to move, so we will get a motion block here and choose Go to X in Scratch. The location of our sprite is determined by an X and Y axis in Scratch. The X axis goes horizontally across the screen, and the value can be between -240 and +240. The Y axis goes up and down our screen, and it's shorter and can vary between -180 and +180 at the top. We want our X and Y values to be random for this game. So we'll go to the Operators button, and we'll see a block that says Pick Random. We'll put it next to the X-axis and enter the ranges -240 to +240. And we'll do the same thing for the Y-axis and enter the Y-axis values -180 to +180. So when we click the green flag, the loop will repeat, and so when Pinky touches Doug, the mouse pointer, then we want it to go to our random X and Y coordinates. Let's test it by clicking the green flag and see what happens. So we saw that our starfish moved to a random spot, and secondly, the shark got Doug and the game ended. The last thing we will look at is the use of variables. We'll use variables to keep score. Doug will receive 1 point each time he collects a pink starfish. A variable works as a box that stores information. In computer programming, we give variables names like score, and we use them for storing any kind of information. Let's highlight Pinky and select the code button that says variables. In the list, we'll make a variable. Our new variable name will be score, and we're going to say for this sprite only. So let's click score, and we'll see Pinky is the variable score, and you'll see a score counter on the top, which you can move around if you need to. We want our score to start at 0. So select Start My Variable at 0 and select the variable score from the drop-down. After we see that Pinky is touching Doug, we'll want to change our score by 1. So if he touches Doug, then Doug is collecting a starfish and he'll get 1 point score. So select the button that says Change by 1 and select Score under the drop-down. Let's test it out and notice how the score increases as Doug collects the points. Then the shark catches Doug, and our game is now over. This is a basic game that we have done, but there are endless possibilities when creating a game, and it's all up to you to make and bring your ideas to life. Don't forget to go through the tutorials that Scratch offers to help you code new games, stories, and much more. For more Virtual Code Club videos, visit publiclibrary.cc/code.